From Gail and Tom Benson Arena on the campus of Jesuit High School, Crescent City Sports is proud to bring you the high school basketball game of the weekend. Tonight it's the second semifinal game of the Blue Jay Christmas Classic as Jesuit plays host to the Rockhurst Hawklets from Kansas City, Missouri. And a pleasant good evening to you. Ken Trahan joined by the 12-time state championship coach Timmy Bird from a marvelous venue, a storied venue here in Mid-City. We always called it the Jesuit Gym when we were growing up. Now it's Gail and Tom Benson Arena. And if ghosts could speak, it's one of those buildings. Timmy, great to have you with us. How are you?
Thanks for having me, Ken. It's a pleasure as always, and look forward to this all-Catholic League tournament game.
Yeah, it's an all-Jesuit school tournament game with the exception of the Willow School, and it's something that's been going on for a few years now, and it's been played at 4 different locations now as of this year. It's Jesuit schools from around the country, and I think that's pretty cool, frankly, and I really think it's a great concept, and they've had success with it over the course of time, and that has been the case with the tournament thus far this year. A lot of good teams here in this particular tournament, including Regis of New York, St. Xavier of Ohio, Canisius of New York, Loyola Blakefield, Maryland, Rockhurst, Missouri, whom we're going to see in a moment, and Bayland, Florida, along with the Jesuit, of course, and the Willow School. Jesuit defeated the Willow School 60-33 in the opening round. Rockhurst, meanwhile, edged Bayland, Florida out of Miami 68-65. On the other side of the bracket, earlier today, St. Xavier out of Cincinnati remained undefeated, beating Loyola Blakefield 49-37 to advance to the championship game tomorrow. So St. Xavier will play the winner of this game between Rockhurst and Jesuit. And it's a special night, too, because tonight, honoring Peter Michel, class of 1963, captain of the Blue Jays. There'll be a halftime ceremony. He was a captain under the legendary coach Kevin Trower, who is here in attendance tonight. And Peter Michel having the court named after him tonight. In 1963, the Jesuit team secured Jesuit's first CYO tournament championship and earned Jesuit's first Catholic district championship since 1948. And Peter Michel was named the CYO MVP and a Parade Magazine High School All-American. And he was recruited and played at Georgetown University, graduated there as well, and then played professionally for the ABA New Orleans Buccaneers back in the day as well. And I was at a few of those games, dating myself now at Loyola Fieldhouse, but that's another story for another day. All right, Timmy, so you got 2 teams here that combined have only lost 2 games. Jesuit's 12-1, Rockhurst is 8-1. And we'll start with Rockhurst, the visiting team, the Hawklets out of Kansas City, Missouri. And they've won 7 straight games coming in, 8-1. They play in the highest classification in Missouri, 6A. They have 940 boys in the school, an all-boys Jesuit school. And the head coach is a famous dude. Now, Billy Thomas was a terrific player at Kansas for the Jayhawks, where he retired as the all-time leading three-point scorer in the history of the school. He's now second all-time in three-pointers. Even so, today, made 269 of those when he was there. Thomas arrived at Rockhurst from the Bartow School, where he spent 12 years and was 203-80 and won a state championship there. So a very accomplished coach of a very accomplished program. Last year they were 20-8 and reached the state quarters in the top classification. So obviously this is a good basketball team.
Yeah, it really is, and they're going up against a Jesuit team that is led by their inside play, their bigs, and both teams, their strength are their bigs, and game's going to come down to, well, you got two great coaches, but it's going to come down to how the players use their fundamentals, and it's going to come down to what they're both taught. So really, it's going to be about the guards taking care of the basketball. It's going to be about the outside shooters for both teams to try to make some shots and give the bigs some operating room inside the paint.
I think you nailed it. I think if you look at the front courts, they're both good. They both have length. And I think they might even cancel each other out to a degree. So it, to me, like you said, I believe, may come down to guard play and who has the superior guard play. So you look at that matchup, and where Jesuit is concerned, you and I were talking about it off the air, but the longevity of Chris Jennings. First of all, he's a legacy player, was a great player here at Jesuit High School, one of the best in school history, one of the best shooters ever. And Chris is now in his 33rd year as head coach of the Blue Jays. He's won 727 games, something you can appreciate because You won in the 700s too in your esteemed career, and to last that long and win that many games, you have to be doing something right, correct?
Well, I remember Chris as a youngster, as a player, and we came up pretty much, he was a couple years older than me, but he was a great high school player. He was a great bitty basketball player. And, you know, he made his living on the court by being a great shooter, one of the all-time great shooters in the game. And then as a coach, he really stuck to the fundamentals, and he really hung his hat on his teams not only playing hard, but really being a sound fundamental team that's going to do all the little things that are going to give them a chance to win. And he, over 33 years, he's done that and has had tremendous success. When
you watch the Blue Jay team play, you'll see ball movement, and that's required to play in this team and for this offense and for this coach, and I think it's imperative. You'll also see a team that defends hard all the time, and as you mentioned, fundamentally very sound. The other thing about them is a lot of backdoor cuts, and anybody that plays them knows you have to watch the baseline backdoor cuts on a regular basis because they execute it extremely well. Even if you know it's coming, you have to be prepared and you have to understand how to defend it, and we'll see just how the Hawklets can deal with that here this evening. Let's talk about some individual players. You talked about the inside game, and talking about Rockhurst first, you have some notable players there that have had really good years. Kalinescu, the 6'7" senior, has offers to play at the next level, quite a few, averaging 15.4 a game, 6 boards, and also 1.4 steals per contest. And, you know, they've got other players that are good with offers, but he's the only double-digit scorer. And it's very similar on the Jesuit side because you have Brewer Nitcher, the senior, at 6'6", who averages 17.3 a game and 9 boards a game and shoots the ball well. And then you have a bunch of single-digit scores. Very similar teams, it would seem, when you look at this in the matchup.
Well, the go-to guy for Jesuit, obviously, is Nitcher, which is really a double-double guy. You know, at 6'6", 190 pounds, senior, you know, scoring 18 points a game and getting over 9 rebounds a game. He's going to be their go-to guy. And obviously, Rockhurst is going to have to do something to prevent him from having a big night tonight. And then Jesuit, again, they're going to have to make sure that they can make some outside shots, and they're going to have to make sure they do two key things tonight. One is not turn the ball over, and then 2, they're going to have to rebound the basketball. If they don't rebound the basketball, they're going to have a long night tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think watch the battle of the boards tonight with both front lines being pretty big, and then watch the turnovers. I think those are the 2 elements that certainly would go a long way toward deciding this one. Jesuit's history is a pretty steep one. As you know, they've won 8 state championships here at Jesuit High School, starting way back in 1939 with the first title that they won, but haven't won one since 2001. That was Chris Jennings' coach team that he took there, and they've been to the Final Four since, but have not been able to get over the hump since then. But again, you're talking about 8 state championships in the school's history. In the victory against Willow, Zach LeGrace had 10 points, Ethan Lopez had 9 points, and Nitcher had 9 points. Ben Simony had 8. Now, Nitcher was playing in his first game in a few games last night. He was coming back from a sprained ankle. So, working back a little bit and expect him to be maybe even better here tonight. You know, the whole ankle thing, it depends on the grade of the sprain that you're dealing with in terms of your effectiveness moving forward.
That's right. Is it a high ankle sprain or is it a low ankle sprain? If it's a high ankle sprain, he's going to have trouble getting lift. So it could really affect him in this game. But, you know, sometimes when you have injuries to players, it can make your team better in the long run because other guys have to step up, and that's going to be the case tonight. They're going to have guys that are going to give Coach Jennings some production that maybe they're not counting on. And if they can get that along with some key buckets from the outside, Jesuit could have some success here tonight, alleviating the injury problem to their star player.
If you're looking for that ace in the hole, that guy that could step up and maybe get something done, I mentioned Zach LeGrace. He had 10 points last night. He's a solid player. He's a returning starter. a junior averaging 5.8 a game, 3.3 boards, and over 3 assists per game. And, of course, Ethan Lopez, a very smart player, a senior with length at 6'7", averaging 8.6 points, but more importantly, averaging 8.3 boards, shooting 55% from the field, and over 2 assists a game. He's a smart player, a complete player. He plays the game. He's the kind of guy that he doesn't look to score. He doesn't have to score, but he will score when he has to, but he does everything well. And that's the kind of player you love to have, somebody that can do everything pretty well. That's what we're talking about with Lopez.
And he's going to have opportunities tonight because, again, they're not going to focus on him. And he's an effort guy. So if he can be that guy that can get you 12, 14, 16 points in the game tonight, that's going to be a big lift for Jesuit. Also, if he can get some offensive rebounds and some putbacks, that's going to also help Jesuit tonight. But again, Coach Jennings is traditionally, his teams have great player movement and they have great ball movement. If they can do those two things, work inside out and hit some outside shots, they're going to have some real good success tonight.
And if you're looking at the other players to step up for the Hawklets tonight, certainly Cohen Robinson, the 6'4" junior, is a player to watch, and he's very good on the defensive end. He averages 2.5 steals per game. Maxwell Moylan, the 6'1" junior, another guy that's played very well. He's averaging 7.7 a game for them on the season, and he's another player that certainly could be watched to step up and play in this game. But there's some length on this team. Kevin Sullivan, 6'6", and Kemper Roberts is a really talented sophomore. This is a guy that's got a great future, and everyone has told me about him, to watch him. He's grown already in 1 year's time. He's going to grow more. He's long, he's got athletic ability, and he's a sophomore that's a very good player for the Hawklets of Rockhurst out of Kansas City, Missouri. As mentioned, they were in the quarterfinals a year ago in their classification. Jesuit, by the way, last year won their first playoff game, beating district rival Holy Cross, then got beat at Alexandria. Second time that Alexandria has eliminated Jesuit in recent years. Jesuit was 26-10 a year ago. A good basketball team. And this Jesuit program, of course, has had so many legendary coaches. Robert Erskine, the great Gernon Brown, Kevin Trower, who's here tonight to be honored, Dick Francis, won back-to-back state championships, Dwayne Reboul, of course, and Chris Jennings, among others. So it is a legendary program, to say the least. And both teams now getting set for, we'll have an anthem introduction. Jesuit will be dressed in their home whites tonight with their royal blue numerals and trim. And, of course, Rockhurst will be the visiting team here tonight, black and blue, so to speak, in terms of the color look for the Hawklets here this evening, as we'll have the anthem and introductions coming up. People still filing in. We had a tremendous crowd for a great wrestling dual meet here earlier on Crescent City Sports, which we encourage you to go back and watch again. Really good stuff. Jesuit, two-time defending state champion in wrestling in Division I, defeated the number 2 team in the state, Holy Cross, 47-20 in that dual meet. And again, go back and watch it at Crescent City Sports as many times as you'd like, as many people watched earlier today. And the same is true of this game. You can watch it as many times as you would like following the completion of the game. We hope you will, here between Jesuit and Rockhurst. And once again, the winner goes on to play for the championship of this Blue Jay Christmas Classic tomorrow against St. Xavier out of Cincinnati, Ohio, which is an undefeated team at 9-0 as we speak. Fans still filing in to this venerable, outstanding facility. No, won't have the band here tonight. They're on semester break right now. Always have a band here for Jesuit, but not tonight. With that, but we're fine. This is affectionately known as the Bird Cage. That's the nickname of this facility, which, of course, Gail and Tom Benson Arena, they bought the naming rights a few years ago. And, of course, some prominent Jesuit graduates working in the New Orleans Saints organization. Certainly a big part of that. So players getting set to stand at attention. As mentioned, we'll have the lineups coming up for you, and then we'll get ourselves rolling here. As right now, we'll have the invocation by Father John Brown. Father John Brown, the president of Jesuit High School, will handle that duty, a good friend. And then we'll have the playing of our national anthem.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Mighty and eternal God, as we gather tonight to compete, bless us with the grace to know and to carry out your most holy will. Keep these young men on the court safe from injury, teaching them perseverance, teamwork, and respect for their opponents. And keep the rest of us focused on the good of the young men in the spirit of gratitude for the many graces. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Please
please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Ken Trahan, Timmy Bird, as we get you set for this semifinal game of the Blue Jay Christmas Classic here at Jesuit High School. Legendary Coach Kevin Trower in attendance tonight. As mentioned, halftime ceremony forthcoming. We'll carry that for you. And also want to mention we were blessed to have the presence of the legendary wrestling coach, in my mind, the best there's ever been in Louisiana, Coach Sam Harnsenkram here earlier at the Jesuit Holy Cross dual meet. So again, there's such rich history at the school. So many aspects of athletics, and that was certainly the case here today with both wrestling and basketball at this facility. So we get you ready for action. They dim the lights and do all the spotlight work, and the Legos will come up and everything else here shortly. And it's part of the ambiance here
A 6'4" junior,
at
number 0,
the Jesuit
Robinson.
Cohen Robinson, of course, as mentioned, the 6'4" junior, one of the starters. Also, the 6' junior Maxwell Moylan, the starter at the other guard spot. Then you go up front, you got the 6'6" junior Kevin Sullivan.
A 6'7" senior, number 11,
Calvin Eskew, the star player, 6'7".
6'2" senior, number 25, George Efforts.
And George Efforts, the 6'2" senior, completes the starting lineup for the Hawklets. Billy Thomas, the head coach of the Rockhurst Hawklets, as they're ready to roll. And there's your starting lineups. Now we'll get the Jesuit starting lineup for you momentarily. As we get all the subterfuge before the game over with, before they turn the lights on and play basketball here. But it's all good. You like to do this in your home games as well.
Absolutely. It's a good recruiting tool for 13, 14-year-old kids that want to come to your school, even 12 years old. When they see this, they get excited. They think it's a professional atmosphere and makes them want to come here.
Tanner Hughes, first starter, introduced for Jesuit. Zach LeGray, the 6'2" junior, as we talked about a little while ago here in the pregame show. Second starter. Ben Simony, 6'2" senior, getting the start. They're really interchangeable in terms of positions on this team. Ethan Lopez, the 6'7" senior, he of the perfect 36 ACT. And the 6'6" senior, number 2, Brewer Nitcher, complete the starting lineup for the Blue Jays here this evening. Blue Jays coached by Chris Jennings, as mentioned, in his 33rd year. LED lights back on, and we get set for action here, as mentioned. Jesuit in their home whites with the royal blue numerals and print, and Rockhurst will be in their road blacks. They have the blue numerals that are trimmed in white, so at least we can help with seeing the numbers there. So ready to go here in this semifinal game of the Blue Jay Christmas Classic. Ken Trahan, Timmy Bird with you. Glad you're with us on this Saturday evening during the holidays here in New Orleans. Ready to jump it up in the center circle, Colin Eskew and Ethan Lopez, 6'7" against 6'7" here to get this one started. Ball in the air. Tap goes to Rockhurst. We're underway. Going Robinson. Nice pass down low on the baseline. SQ. And he's double teamed, so he kicks it back to Robinson. Top of the circle pass here. Now swinging right side. Down low on the right block. Sinking, moving, left-handed up and in. Nice move, nice shot. And Kevin Sullivan puts it home, and it's a 2-0 lead for Rockhurst right off the bat. Here's Jesuit on offense for the first time. Nice cut back door, but there's a beautiful block by Sullivan, and here they come the other way. Sullivan gets it to Robinson. Back out top, triple penetration and cut off, so restart it. There's a one-on-one matchup, two star players against each other. That's a walk. They're going to call a turnover against good position defense there.
Yeah,
you
can see the game plan right now. They're either going to try to get Jesuit in foul trouble, or they're going to try to impose their will early in this game.
Sticky man-to-man defense here by Rockhurst. Dribble drive, double team. Fall away, that's a tough shot. Not the advised shot at all. And the rebound cleared by SQ. 2-0 lead for the Hawklets. Jesuit in the zone, right?
Actually playing sagging man now.
Yep. Nice pass down on the block. Tough to stop that. Can't hit it, though. And the rebound controlled by Nitcher. Hawklets back defensively. Nice cut. Can't do anything with it. Needs help and threw it away. First turnover. SQ comes up with it.
And that's what Jesuit can't do. They can't have unnecessary, unforced turnovers.
A 2-0 lead here for Rockhurst. Again, trying to take away the inside game. We've seen a lot of high-low here, aren't we?
Rockhurst is doing a pretty good job looking
Beautiful
for their
pass.
star player.
SQ scores on the beautiful assist by Sullivan.
SQ did a really good job right there on the drive, moving to free himself up.
Impressed with the defensive intensity of Rockhurst early on. 3-ball. Unable to hit, and SQ clears the board on the miss by Nitcher. Open look for three. Bam. And a timeout right away. And really needed that timeout, did Chris Jennings, because Rockhurst is out to a 7-0 lead and doing really everything they want to do on the offensive end right now.
Good call by Coach Jennings. His team is not they're not in the spots defensively that they need to be in, and I think they're losing a star player, and you know that's the one thing that you can't do as a defense. You got to know where the guys are that are going to score most of the points on the opposing team. So Coach Jennings is trying to settle his guys down and get them to refocus here, and got to play with a little bit more patience on the offensive end also. You know, one of the things that when you have national teams, a lot of these states have a shot clock, and if you can make them, and I remember Jesuit used to be a really good team making other teams defend for more than 30 seconds. They may need to do that right here.
Nitcher for three. SQ with his third rebound already.
And he's trying to post up. Obviously the game plan is to get, and Jesuit switched here. They're trying to front SQ, so that's one of the changes that Coach Jennings made in the timeout. They're trying to prevent him from touching the ball.
SQ patient. There's a nice post up. Double team comes. Nice kick for the open three. Long rebound control by Hughes.
Good block out for Jesuit right there.
Nice pass by Nitcher. Point blank look, but can't hit it. Robinson the rebound. That's the first really good look they've had.
And he had to kick out for a better shot on the three right there.
Loose ball, but handled by SQ. He'll dribble drive, fakes Nitcher beautifully, and scores. Good looking player.
Nice looking player. He'll play at the next level. What I like about him is he's really patient, not getting sped up, kind of playing at the speed he wants to play.
Too many people together there in the double team as a result, and it results in a turnover. So
yeah, Jesuit can't take the ball into the corner and get trapped. Obviously, Rockhurst right now wants to trap in the corners, and they're trying to get the ball to swing to the weak side, and that's when the trap's coming.
We get our first substitution of the game, and this will be Nathan Lamley checking in. And we'll have a second substitution as well, and that's Kemper Roberts, the aforementioned talented sophomore that I've been hearing about from a lot of people. So a 9-0 Rockhurst lead early on in control of this game, 3:54 mark of the first quarter. SQ for 3. That's off the mark, and that's really what Jesuit wants him doing, right?
Yeah, until he can prove that he's going to knock down the 3 consistently, you got to let him have that. Keep him out of the paint.
And a steal right away.
Can't
Robinson.
do it.
Third turnover for Jesuit. Man to man, both ways. Backdoor cut, beautifully done. Finds the open shooter. Oh, didn't necessarily call it, but a 3 ball by Roberts.
When you make the extra pass, that's the kind of things that happen for you.
And it's a dominating situation here. 12-0 lead for Rockhurst to open the game. Jesuit having trouble at the guard spot. That's what we worried about coming in. And there's another steal.
They're just being weak with the basketball right now.
Well, that's their weakness. I mean, if you're going to expose them, they're a 12-1 team, but guard play is the issue. A timeout called this. Roberts got the steal. He's made his mark already. 3-pointer on one side, steal on the other end. That's 4 turnovers on Jesuit. Jesuit's got to be careful about this one getting away early, the way it's unfolding.
Well, they're down 12-0 right now. Again, 2 things that they had to do. They actually 3 things. They had to take care of the basketball. They had to knock down some outside shots, and they have to rebound. And when you turn the ball over, the rebounding and making shots don't even really come into play.
Well, being out-rebounded 5-2, Rockhurst with the early edge there, and 4 turnovers for Jesuit as well. So nothing going right for the Blue Jays early. Most everything going right for the Hawklets, who have a 12-0 lead here with 2:51 to play in the first quarter.
I think it's a good move to make sure SQ doesn't get the basketball. You want to face guard him. Make sure you make it tough on him.
Brennan Pitts has checked in for Jesuit for the first time. There's a nice job on the help. That was Pitts, almost had the steal. Nice baseline drive. Short corner, beautifully done. Sullivan, he's got 4, and it's 14-0. This is a good-looking team.
Strong move by Sullivan on the baseline. They're forcing baseline Jesuit, but doesn't have any help.
Roberts with the steal, his second steal already. He's got the switch. Again, the ball movement's good. The foot movement's good from Rockhurst. Another great pass. SQ, beautifully done on the assist from Moylan. And the lead grows to 16-0. Jesuit just trying to find a point here. Pass, the idea was great. The pass wasn't. On the cut by Nitcher, nothing there. The ball denial here. Again, pressuring the guards, and a foul called against Rockhurst, I do believe.
Jesuit needs something positive to happen for him on this possession.
Nathan Lamley, the foul is first team foul. And another substitution coming in for Rockhurst. We'll check that for you. 16-0 is our lead.
An unforced turnover.
Another turnover, number 6. Aiden Weinheimer is the player who's checked in. Weinheimer for Rockhurst, and this is a totally dominant situation as we speak. 6 turnovers for Jesuit. And the biggest fear, their guard play and handling the ball, has been their biggest issue here.
Maybe Nemitz should come out and get the ball on the perimeter, kind of like SQ's doing for
Nitcher,
Rockhurst.
Yep. There's a nice steal and a lead. And a foul. It's a good foul committed by Eskew, prevents the layup.
Yeah, when the other team hadn't scored, that's not a bad foul for Rockhurst.
Number 11, Cal Eskew, his first.
Eskew's first.
Nice steal for Jesuit. Nice lob pass.
At the line, shooting 2.
Second team foul, and here is at the line Ethan Lopez to shoot 2.
Needs both of these free throws.
And not close. Front rim by Lopez.
And George Efforts.
Cohen Robinson back in. George Efforts back in as well.
Farley reporting in for the Blue Jays.
Jesuit still trying to get on the board here. With 1:11 to play in the first quarter. A very silent Jesuit crowd here. And still can't get on the board. And the whistle sounded, I have no idea why. But the rebound control by Eskew. Both free throws missed. And a 16-0 game here. 3 ball. That's off. Long rebound, though, and saved, but Jesuit has it. Mitcher has that. Mitcher's going to have to do some of the work himself here. Fumbled a big dribble, though, and now needs help. Goes right baseline, Lopez.
Nice
skip
kick
pass
out
for the 3. There it is.
Nice. That's what they're going to have to do right there. Draw the double team and kick it out for 3-point shots.
Farley connects, and Jesuit's on the board. They call it a 2, though. I thought it was a 3, but it was a 2. So it's 16-2.
Now they're in a zone. Jesuit has switched to a zone. Good move by Coach Jennings.
Fake the 3. Don't have to shoot it yet. That's the second straight possession. Hughes has gotten his hand on the ball.
Zone gets them out, gets Rockhurst out of their flow. Now they got to start thinking on the offensive end for them to get better shots. So good move by Coach Jennings here going to the zone.
Virtually certain to play for one shot here. Ten seconds left in the quarter. Now 5. Got to go to work. Baseline. Cut off. 3 ball. Left angle. Rim. And the quarter ends. So after 1, 16-2. And Rockhurst in total command. 16-0 run to start the ball game. Calvin Eskew has been a star. 6 points, 4 rebounds. He's got an assist. He's got a steal in the game thus far. He's as advertised, and it's a good-looking team.
Yeah, a very good team. I think Jesuit spent a whole quarter not being able to settle down. In the last 15 seconds, so 20 seconds, when Coach Jennings went to the zone, that's one of the ways you can settle your team down. And maybe that's going to do the trick for Jesuit to start getting in a flow here. Having some good things happen to them because Rockhurst has had their way in the first quarter.
For Jesuit, Tyler Farley has the only basket. Baseline jumper. Rebound situation totally controlled by Rockhurst. 6-3 in that regard. Turnover 6 for Jesuit, only 1 for Rockhurst. So Rockhurst took great care of the basketball, had good ball movement, and defended well, and rebounded well. That's a pretty good equation, right?
Yeah, you know, Jesuit, when they were in their man, they just allowed Rockhurst to run their stuff. They weren't in the gaps, and they're not preventing Rockhurst from face cutting. And that's not typical of a Chris Jennings team.
Blue Jays will have the ball to start the second quarter. Brennan Pitts will bring it inbounds. And Tanner Hughes will run the offense, picked up right at center court. Rockhurst trapping when they can as well. Now it looks like Rockhurst is going to zone, 2-3 zone. Jesuit identifies that, so now they'll go to their zone motion offense.
And Jesuit's down by 14 points, but look, be patient.
There's
here.
A bad pass and a turnover. Just force that pass. And a turnover on the other end, so give it right back.
Now
Lopez comes up with it.
Now be patient.
Go ahead, you were saying about being patient?
Yeah, they have to be patient on offense here. The turnovers that they're making are preventable. Let's see what Coach Jennings has dialed up here. He just called a play.
Against that zone, you need spacing and ball movement.
Yeah, it's all about ball movement against the zone. So
here's skip pass, but again, the good reaction by defense. That's lazy. Got away with it. Nitcher finds an open shooter. He didn't look at the basket.
That's okay. Run clock, shorten the game.
Straight away three, Nitcher. That's too strong. And it's controlled by Sullivan. His second rebound. So unable to get anything going offensively. The Blue Jays continue to struggle here. So both teams now in zone. Open look for three. Bang. Roberts, told you about him off the bench. He's got 6. He's done it all.
Jesuits got to play with a sense of urgency when they're in the zone.
19-2. Skip pass to an open shooter, Pitts. There you go. Brennan Pitts, the assist on the cross-court pass. Nitcher. So Blue Jays on the board to make it a 19-5 game, their first triple of the game. Only the second basket.
Cal Eskew reporting in for the Hawklets.
Eskew back in. He got a blow, and now he comes back in. Replacing efforts.
It looks like Jesuits going back to man. At least there are in full court.
And now we'll see Sven Jensen for Jesuit for the first time, the 6'3 junior into the game, replacing Lopez. 19-5 lead for Rockhurst. 6:05 mark of the first half.
See, Jesuit had a chance right there to take a charge.
Typically very good at that as well. Again, the patience exhibited here by the Hawklets, impressive. Yeah, not forcing anything, are they?
They're very patient. Rockhurst is very
beautiful
patient.
Drive, and there it is. Eskew scores. Beautiful dribble drive by Cohen Robinson, who gets his second assist.
Jesuit had good help there, but you got to help the helper. That third guy's got to come over and help the
Again, harassing the guards. Rockhurst doing a good job. Great backdoor pass.
Nice cut.
Really nice movement there. Nothing wrong with that possession, just didn't convert. Long Robinson rebound, he gets it up the court. And again, Rockhurst will find the open shooter, and this one's way short. Nitcher has it. Fans will get on him. Good student turnout for Jesuit, even during the semester break here. Backdoor cut, another
nice
extra pass.
Out.
Fumble, got it back. Open shooter from 15. Again, they're getting better looks, just can't finish, and then throw it away. Off the steal, nice lead, and there's the dunk.
Eskew's a good-looking player, runs the floor, got good vertical.
And a 23-5 lead for Rockhurst. Yeah, clearly the most impressive player on the floor.
Absolutely, he's what I like about him. He's not in a rush.
And Nathan Lamley returns for the Hawklets.
And his players look for him.
23-5 Hawklets in total control here with 4:08 to play in the first half. Jesuit's gotten some good looks recently, just hadn't been able to convert. Not going to get a look like that. Sullivan the steal.
And that's an unnecessary pass.
No. That's turnover number 9 for the Blue Jays, and now a foul. Out near the timeline against Hughes will be his first and the team's first. So just the first foul by Jesuit committed into the game. That's not necessarily a good stat. You probably need to be more aggressive on the defensive end. And now quickly, Lopez back in.
The zone was working. You just got to have 5 guys in the zone that understand that you can't take a break in the zone, and you got to run the shooters off the line.
Only 2 turnovers for Rockhurst. I'm just impressed with their ball movement, spacing, patience. Off the window, too strong. Good block out, Lopez.
Well,
to the
it's
board.
obvious Rockhurst, their players know what they can and can't do, and they're not trying to force things, and they're not taking bad shots. They're not forcing the ball in on passes. That's a team that really knows their roles. It's a team that knows what it can and can't do, and they know who their stars are on the floor.
LeGray's back in for Jesuit. He'll inbound the basketball to Simony, who's checked in. Here's Pitts. Backdoor cut. It's not there. And a steal again. Just beautifully played by Sullivan. That's his third steal and turnover number 10.
Jesuit just cannot get settled on offense.
And Rockhurst has taken away what they like to do.
You got to give Rockhurst credit.
Boom. Drill it. Moylan knocks down the triple, and the lead is expanded to 26-5. And another steal. And coming the other way. Knocked away. At least good defensive hustle after the steal by Sullivan. That's his fourth steal of the game already for Kevin Sullivan.
Jesuits helped him a little bit with those steals. But
Well,
they have 4 steals in the game with 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter. That's impressive.
It's 11 turnovers for Jesuit. There's no way they have any chance in this game at that rate. And the lead is now very ominous for the Blue Jays. 26-5 Hawklets in control here with 2:49 to play in the first half here from Gale and Tom Benson Arena in Mid-City, New Orleans. As Kevin Sullivan continues.
Kevin Sullivan's a nice-looking player out there also.
Yeah, 6'6", 220-pound junior, good-looking player. Yeah, he's got 4 steals in the game, which is impressive to go along with a couple of boards, an assist, a block. Been all over the place on the defensive end of the floor.
Rockhurst is obviously a well-coached team, and he's got his guys believing. He's got them understanding what they want to do on both ends of the court. Offensively, Jesuit's going to have to try to disrupt them somehow, some way, but the man defense is not working for Jesuit against Rockhurst.
Rockhurst basketball front court with 2:49 to play in the half.
Looks like Rockhurst has got a couple of subs in.
Man defense looking for SQ, couldn't get it there. Player goes down, open shot as a result, not there, but offensive rebound almost. At inside position, he couldn't pull it down. Nitcher will check back in for Jesuit. And tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports brought to you by Ochsner Andrews Sports Medicine Institute. Don't let a sports injury keep you sidelined. Our team offers health care for athletes with same-day appointments available near you. Visit Ochsner.org/sportsmed to learn more. Bad pass.
Rockhurst in zone. They're playing the matchup zone, pressure and ball.
Moreland with the steal. Now 13 turnovers for Jesuit. And powering it in. Sullivan.
Nice player.
He's got 6, and it's 28-5. Rockhurst. Didn't see this coming. I thought Rockhurst was a slight favorite in this game, as I told you beforehand, but certainly didn't see this as another turnover. Jesuit can't even get a shot the way this one's unfolding. That's forced up, and speaking of turnovers, goes the other way. But now that's kicked away. Jesuit will keep possession.
Jesuit got away with the foul right there. They need any call and any play right now that they can get.
Well, it's hard to see what it is that they can get on the offensive end.
Yeah, the big thing, they got to settle down. They're making not. Rockhurst is being patient with the ball, and they're getting what they want. Jesuit just, they can't look at the scoreboard right now. That's
Nitcher finally gets a look and knocks one down.
Take what the defense gives you and make the easy pass. Don't try to be a superstar out here, and let your shooters get wide open shots.
Finally got one home. Nitcher's first basket of the game. His first 3, obviously. And a 28-8 game.
Looks like Jesuit's body language is a little bit better right now. They're starting to settle down.
Good switch there for three. It's going to be a block out over the back call against Rockhurst. Well done by Jesuit on the block out. That's Lamley committing the foul. His second personal. Second team foul. George Efforts back in for Rockhurst. Blue Jays looking for back-to-back baskets for the first time in the game here. Trailing by 20, less than a minute to play in the half. And if you're Jesuit, you're not going to look at the scoreboard right now. You just want to execute.
Yeah, you just forget about the scoreboard. Put emphasis on not turning the ball over and making the easy pass.
Backdoor taken away.
Kick it out.
There it is. Kicked it. Got it.
It's really an easy game when you let it be easy.
70 the assist. LaGraze knocks it down, and Jesuit on a 6-0 run has cut it to 28-11. Can they cut it any further before the half? Rockhurst can play for the final shot here. 28 seconds left. Nice switch there. They're switching everything, Timmy.
Well, it's a smart move right now, because they're getting hung up on picks when they're not.
And there's a rebound. They took the shot early, and Nitcher rebounds his fourth board. Jesuit can cut it further here. Nice move. Good kick. Boy, the extra pass would have done it there.
Yep.
Nice feed down low. And suddenly it looks like a different team.
Yeah, well, they've settled down. Jesuit has finally settled down, and they're making better passes and getting better shots.
And there's a glimmer of light as we get to halftime.
Well, you got to be excited if you're Coach Jennings, because now you can see. I mean, you're down 15, but you can see your players playing like you expected them to play. You cannot coach a team that is in a rush all the time and is not seeing the floor. Now his team, he's got his team settled down. They're making some plays, making some shots. The rim's getting bigger. To me, it really what stands out to me, two things. Rockhurst in the last 4 minutes of the second quarter stopped going to their guy.
Yeah, SQ.
And turnovers for Jesuit. I mean, that's the two. That's what I'm going to focus on in the locker room. Is number one, we're going to have some consequences for turnovers. That's what we're going to make sure in the locker room that every player understands. And then number two, we're going to make sure where SQ is. We're going to make the other guys beat us.
Well, we'll give you all the stats coming up in just a bit. Tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex in Kenner. Lamarck Pre-Owned has a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models. We have great deals. Must be a reason. And now we have the halftime ceremony. Bob Murphy, the longtime outstanding PA announcer for Jesuit, taking care of business here, handling those duties with his welcome and opening. And then he'll have Father John Brown, the president of Jesuit High School, who will make some remarks. And then the tribute to Peter Michel for the renaming of the court in honor of his great former coach, Coach Kevin Trower. Peter Michel, captain of the 1963 team. Coach Trower, a Jesuit graduate, 1952, and he's back here tonight. It's great to see the legendary coach here this evening as part of this ceremony. We'll hear about it. We'll see about it. This will be a longer halftime because of it. And anytime you have a rich history and you see former players honoring their coaches, it tells you you made a difference in their lives. I know you've had that in your career where players have come back to you many, many years later. That's probably the best feeling you can possibly have, correct?
Well, your program is all about your players. And so, yeah, if you're going to be successful, it's going to be mainly because of your players. And so it's always good to see them come back and get honored for what they have done.
And Father John Brown, who will open this court dedication.
So the court dedication ceremony now taking place. Father John Brown welcoming everyone. The lights will be dimmed. And we'll listen in to Father Brown.
In the Gale at Tom Vincent Arena as the Peter Michel Court, 1963 captain, honoring Coach Kevin Trower, class of 52. Tonight, we come together to honor two remarkable men whose legacy goes far beyond athletic triumphs. Peter Michel and Coach Kevin Trower embody the very heart School's mission to form men of faith and men for others. In 1963, Peter Michelle, as captain of the Blue Jays, led his team through a season marked by great milestones. Under the leadership of Coach Trower, the team clinched Jesuit's first Catholic District Championship since 1948 and the school's first title at the Catholic Youth Organization Tournament. At this tournament, Peter was named the most valuable player after breaking the scoring record with 34 points in the finals and an impressive 86 points across the three-game series. It was a season filled with unforgettable moments, many of which were achieved through the incredible efforts of his talented teammates, some of which are here today. After Jesuit, Peter's basketball journey continued at Georgetown University, where he became Jesuit's first recruit to this storied basketball program. He later advanced to the professional level with the New Orleans Buccaneers during the American Basketball Association's 1967-1968 season. But what makes tonight even more meaningful is not just the championship or records, it's the enduring bond between Peter and Coach Trower. Their friendship remains as strong today as it was during those formative years. In fact, Peter's dedication goes beyond the court. In an act of friendship and faith, Peter regularly brings Holy Communion to Coach Trower at his home, a gesture that speaks to the bond they share and the values they hold dear. This court is more than a tribute to their incredible accomplishments. It's a celebration of the power of sports to create lifelong friendships, teach invaluable lessons, and inspire others. On behalf of Jesuit High School, I want to thank Peter Michelle for his extraordinary generosity. Peter, your gift not only honors Coach Trower, but also ensures that the values you both exemplify will inspire future Blue Jays to carry forward this proud tradition. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Coach Trower. And thank you to everyone who has joined us tonight to celebrate this incredible legacy.
Well, that's Father John Brown, the president of Jesuit High School. Now Chris Jennings will make his way to the center of the floor.
Basketball coach who is in his 32nd year
for his remarks.
With a tribute to Peter Michelle and Coach Kevin Trower.
Okay, I'm here to really bring in Coach Trower. I got it. All right. There can be people in your life, talking to you guys, that will change your direction, where you're going. For me, it was Kevin Trower. I was a teenager. I was a teenager, and I needed somebody to advocate for me, and he was my advocate. More than I will ever know, for sure. My life could have gone one way or the other at that time. And I think he made sure that I would end up in the right place, which is here for me. And I know all you guys have that person in your life. And make sure that you tell them as much as you can. I probably have not told Coach Trower enough. And it's quite an honor for me that every day when I walk out now, I will see his name. Because I think about him all the time. And I know that I would not be here today if it was not for Coach Trower. So I thank him for that. He's been just a shining light in my life. And I was very blessed that he came along when I did. And I know I was not the only one that he did this for. Early in the year, we had a retreat for the basketball team, and we talked about our heroes. So for me, it was Coach Trower. For Peter Michelle, I'm sure it's Coach Trower. But unbeknownst to me, one of our players' moms, Paige Pitts, that's Coach Trower. So Coach, we thank you, we love you, and your name will continue on forever here. Thank you. All right, now I'm going to give John and Peter Michelle, give him this plaque that's going to go up on the wall, and we thank him for what he's done for us and for Jesuit High School. So Peter
Michelle.
That's a tough act to follow there. I knew I was going to break up in this little talk here, but I didn't expect Coach to do it as well. But thank you all for being here. I mean, it makes me feel great to be back in Jesuit's gym. tell you how grateful I am to Kevin Trower, Jesuit High School, and my teammates in 1963. Rusty Rennan, Billy Stahl, Billy Fitzgerald, Jim Roniger, Herbie Mang, Earl Thompson, Ronnie Bridge, Glenn, Silent Sam, that's our name for it, Goody A, and all of those. Otherwise, you'd be here saying, Peter who? So I owe a lot to all of them. Kevin had a get-together of all the teams that he coached over the year, including a girls' team, which really made us a lot very happy. But in that time, they had people from all of his teams, and Fabian Mang. I don't know if y'all know of him, but he was a legend. And he was there, and he walked over to me, and he said, he pointed at me, and he said, you were the guy that started all this, weren't you? And I said, wow, what a compliment from someone who started all, who engineered 3 consecutive state championships. Fabian Mang. Time has passed since we had those successes, even to when I was first born, 1947. Sorry, 1948. But we all looked up and saw that plaque up on the wall when we were playing. I remember telling Kevin in the schoolyard that we probably wouldn't have a season because the Russians were in Cuba and they were going to drop some missiles on us, so we weren't going to be able to make it. But I think all of us spend time striving to be special. I had the honor to play with teammates Rusty Stahl, Pat Screen, Bobby Kerrigan, Al Rochelle, Jack Van Geffen, and many others who shared a coach in common, Kevin Trower. Coach Jennings gave me the privilege to address the team before a recent game, and I hope they heard my words as how fortunate they are to be a student-athlete basketball player at Jesuit. My nephew, Edward Toohey, coached here for a couple of years, and then he went on to another school, but he told me, he said, you know, I've been listening to you for 30 years now talking about Jesuit, and now I get it. So I'm really proud of all you fellow Jesuit students and soon-to-be alumni. So I just want to let you know what it's like to be here. Because I was right there during the state semifinals, and I remember the game was kind of out of reach. And so I remember just having this feeling over me that it was going to be the last time I played a basketball game at Jesuit High School. And it really meant a lot to me because from pre-freshman year through senior, Kevin was instrumental in everything that I did. I reflect on occasion that there are 5 people in my life who were instrumental in helping me become the man I am today. Kevin is at the top of the list. I hope all of you realize how special you are and take time to breathe and to be grateful for those who make a difference in your life. Thank you very much.
That's Peter Michel. Of course, Peter Michel, class of 1964, captain of the 63 team here.
Thank you, Peter,
And
for those
led at
inspiring
Georgetown.
remarks.
Got his law degree from Tulane, served in the United States Army, serving our military as well.
The time has come to officially unveil
So
the
now the
logo with a ribbon cutting
official naming of the court, Peter Michel Court.
Not close, but
Coach Kevin Trower
it says Peter Michel
in attendance here this evening.
Canton, honoring Coach Kevin Trower, class of 52. So,
Have the ribbon cutting.
Jesuit alumni and Jesuit fans and Jesuit students now help us with a countdown to the ribbon cutting that will officially unveil the court logo and formalize the court dedication. We will start at the set. I said, Blue Jay alumni and fans and students, will you join in? I said, will you join in? I said, will you join in? All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the official ribbon cutting is done. Peter Michel, Chris Jennings handling those duties. Billy Kennedy taking care of Kevin Trower. I don't know. Of course, great to see Billy Kennedy here tonight as well. An accomplished coach in his own right, Timmy. Should be noted, too, he was, of course, a graduate of Jesuit's biggest rival, Holy Cross. So pretty interesting there.
Yeah, had a stellar career as a coach in college at Southeastern, Murray State, and Texas A&M.
Yep, really good man. Good coach, just a guy we all have enormous respect for.
And to Peter and Coach Trower for their years of service.
And again, thanks to Peter Michelle. Great to see Kevin Trower here tonight. The basketball game is at halftime, and it is 28-13 in favor of Rockhurst over the host Jesuit. The encouraging news for Jesuit came late. It didn't come early because Rockhurst started the game on a 16-0 run. And that might prove to be the difference in the final analysis. We shall see. They expanded that lead to 23 in the second quarter, but then Jesuit closed the first half on an 8-0 run. What did you see that Jesuit finally found itself there late in the half?
I saw a team that settled down. I saw a team that stopped rushing. I saw a team that stopped making passes that wasn't there. Saw a team that started to share the basketball, and even though you might have a shot, your teammate might have a better shot. And I saw that happen in the last 2-3 minutes of the second quarter, which got them back in the game. You might say, well, 15 points is not bad. Absolutely it is. Since the advent of the three-point line, 15 points is nothing. And I think the thing that I would, and again, I don't know what Coach Jennings is telling his players in the locker room, but I suspect he's probably telling them that he could care less about what the score is. And I would suspect that he wants them to get back to playing Jesuit basketball. That's not a Chris Jennings team that we saw in the first quarter and a half. Defensively, they weren't there. Offensively, they weren't there. So to be down 15 points, you got to be thinking whatever happened for them to get down 15 points, you got to be very thankful that it's not a 30-point game.
Sure, you're still in the game effectively at this point. Looking at some of the first half numbers, rebound edge went to Rockhurst by an 8-6 margin. The biggest differential, the turnovers. Rockhurst had 3, and Jesuit finished with 13 turnovers in the half. That obviously, excuse me, let me correct that. Jesuit finished with 14 turnovers in the half, 14-3. That in itself is the margin that really matters most. For Rockhurst, Kalinowski with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and he has a steal to his credit. 6 points for Kemper Roberts off the bench, 6 for Kevin Sullivan, who also has 4 steals and a couple of rebounds along with an assist, and 6 points for Maxwell Moylan on a pair of 3-pointers. Moylan also with 3 assists, 3 steals. For Jesuit, well, you've only got the players who have scored, including Brewer Nitcher with 3, Brennan Pitts with 3, Zach LeGraze with 3. 2 points for Tyler Farley, 2 points for Ben Simony. That is the scoring in the first half, and it adds up to a 28-13 lead for Rockhurst to start the second half. So did you like the Jesuit man-switching defense late in the first half as opposed to zone?
I did, but I think Coach Jennings is worried that Rockhurst is going to get wide open threes. You know, on that second pass in the zone, if you're not busting a gut to get to the shooter, then the zone can hurt you. But if you got 5 guys all sold out and believing in the zone, then it's hard to get a shot if you have everybody on the same page. But I thought it settled his team down a little bit, and it also got Rockhurst out of a rhythm. If you can get a team out of a rhythm, then good things can happen.
If Jesuit wants to have any chance of winning this game, do they have to get this to single digits by the fourth quarter, or what do you think?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I mean, it would be nice if you could get it to 10. But the thing is, they need to play through Nimitz. Obviously, Rockhurst. Rockhurst. What they're looking to do is to prevent Jesuit's top scorer from scoring.
An offensive rebound right away and a putback. There he is. Kalinowski gets involved, helping himself. His 5th board and his 12th point. It's 30-13. Jesuit got the miss but couldn't get the board. There's another steal. Again, trying to force it.
See, he can't force passes.
Robinson the steal. And turnover 15 right away for Jesuit. This starts off the same way.
First 4 minutes is
half.
crucial for Jesuit right here.
And in trouble right now, being out of touch again. Great patience, the extra pass, short. A good block out by Lopez. That'll be a foul. It should be 2 shots. Forthcoming on the foul by Efforts, his first. Team foul 1.
Good job of attacking the glass right there.
Foul on Rockhurst, number 25, George Efforts.
Ben Simony to the line to shoot 2.
Team foul.
Tonight's coverage, you're going to say it wasn't a shooting foul, interestingly enough.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't get that.
Should be at the line shooting 2 right now.
Agree. Dribble drive, can't finish. Nothing wrong with the idea, just couldn't get it. Moreland the rebound. Nice pass. He pinned his man. That's easy.
Yeah, he's too deep in the post, in the low post. You got a front right there.
14 for SQ. He's dominant. Long 3. Bam. Well, Nitcher can shoot the ball.
Yeah, big shot right there. Jesuit needed that.
And a 32-16 lead for Rockhurst. And you said it earlier, that's what Nitcher needs to do. He needs to step out to get the ball, and he's made a couple of threes doing so.
Got to have that.
Well, the blockout's good, but the ball went long, and SQ will get a layup out of it.
Too easy.
Well, again, they get the miss, but can't get the board.
Well, you get your hands on the basketball, it's got to be yours.
And Lopez comes out right away, and Pitts comes in. Coach Jennings looking for the right combination, trying to find someone to give them a spark here. 18 down. Hawklets in control have been from the start.
Be patient on offense.
Another bad pass cross court. Good hustle defensively.
See, that's a good case right there. He had the cut for the, if he would have passed to the cutter, he had an easy layup, but then he's locked in on where he wants to go with the ball. He's not taking what the defense is giving him.
Knocked away. Rockhurst will keep it. As somebody knocked it out of bounds. Again, patience here from the Hawklets. And now a whistle and a foul. That's going to go against Tanner Hughes. It'll be his second. And the first team foul on Jesuit.
Tanner Hughes, his second personal foul, first team foul.
With 5:31 to play. In the third, an 18-point lead for Rockhurst.
Got Nitcher on SQ now. Probably a good move.
I think you have to keep it that way, right?
I think so. As long as his...
And a hold down low. You had a size mismatch, and Rockhurst realized it, and they went right after that matchup and got the foul from Pitts, his first. That's a smart team. They saw the matchup with Sullivan. Sullivan's 6'6", going against Pitts 6'1", and they recognized that and got it to him. The right block and got the foul.
This is where switching to the zone might help.
Dribble drive, put it on. Boy, he's good. 18 for SQ. He'll go to the line looking for number 19. Fouls on Nitcher, his first. And a second on Jesuit, and SQ's dominated in this game. He's got 18 points, 5 rebounds, and he's at the line. First time he's been at the free throw line tonight.
He's not just a talented player. He's a smart player. He makes the game look slow. The big thing he does is just takes what the defense gives him.
Nice shot. Stroke is good too. 37-16 after the three-pointer. Got to pull up and take that shot.
It's a good shot, but not a. He made it, but it wasn't a good shot.
Great post position and almost a three-point opportunity. Jesuit wanted to travel, didn't get it. Instead of foul, and 2 shots are coming.
Jesuit is playing with more sense of
Foul
urgency
Jesuit,
on the
number 3,
defensive end.
Brennan Pitts. His second.
Pitts commits his second.
4th team foul.
And a 4th team foul. And at the free throw line is Kevin Sullivan. Got 6 points, 4 steals. A couple of rebounds in the game. And he's long with the first. It's only the second free throw attempt of the game. A very clean game in that regard. Splits a pair.
Back to 20-point lead.
All the hard work to get it down to 15 evaporates. Jesuit now has to go to work, and nice drive. Will shoot 2. All the foul committed by efforts. So Simony will go to the line.
Rockhurst, number 25.
And tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Game On Social Hub at 2421 Veterans in Kenner, with a full-service restaurant, arcade games, bowling, axe throwing, and laser tag. Game On has it all. They're open till midnight tonight and this Monday from 6 to 7. Join me with Tulane baseball coach Jay Ullman on location at Game On Monday night on 106.1 The Ticket. Many prizes, games, fun, food, more. Hope to see you then. Simony looks to make both as he hits the first.
He looks good going to the goal also. He needs to keep that up.
Good hustle by Nitcher there to go down low and fight for the rebound, and he gets the possession for Jesuit in the process. So good hustle there by Nitcher, keeps the possession alive. And a 19-point lead.
They're in a box set on the out of bounds.
Having trouble getting it in, and got the lucky bounce there. And the exchange for the 3 is off. Strong rebound, no problem for Robinson, his 3rd board. And now another whistle, and going to have another foul called on Jesuit. This will be the 5th team foul.
Foul on Jesuit, number 11, Zach.
He's on the Grays.
His first.
That's his first.
5th team foul.
That should be 1 and 1, 15 foul, and it is.
Aiden Weinheimer at the line.
So to be Aiden Weinheimer at the line.
Really want to be playing through Nitcher right now when you're 20 down. Simony has had a couple of good drives to the bucket, but this is when you really want to go to your go-to guys and get good shots.
Taking care of the wet spots. Before play resumes. Now ready. Here's Weinheimer at the free throw line, back rim. Another coming to try to make it a 20-point bulge again. His first point of the game, and it's a 20-point lead once more. Nice job defensively to cut off the drive.
Simony's got a nice first step.
Strong drive by Nitcher, but help defense and a block shot. And now a bounce back 3 is no good. Out of bounds. So Rockhurst with a 20-point lead in the ball. Total control here all the way with the left hand. They're going to blow the whistle, call the foul, and 2 shots are coming. Strong drive by Robinson.
Number 3,
that's on Pitts. And that's his 3rd. And so Robinson to the line. So we saw no free throws in the first half, and now a whole bunch of free throws for Rockhurst here in the 3rd quarter. Robinson, the left-hander, nothing but net on the first. Kemper Roberts back in, good sophomore.
Cohen Robinson at the line.
And Nathan Lamley in us all for Rockhurst. Robinson trying to handle both. He does. Again, doesn't touch the rim on either. And a 41-19 lead for Rockhurst. Again, no real dribble penetration and too much dribbling there. Turns into a turnover as Roberts helped and got the steal. His third steal.
Rockhurst just being patient on the offensive end right now. They know they don't have to rush anything.
Good job by somebody on the help to knock it away. Rockhurst maintains possession. And a good job on the steal there by Simony.
Yeah. Nice.
And he can't finish it, unfortunately. And Sullivan gets the board. Did everything
good shot
but finish
by Simony.
Nice. Just nice. But an offensive rebound anyway. Fall away. McGraze has it. Double team him in backcourt. Nitcher crosses over. Fall away, that's way off. Again, just not a good shot to take in that situation.
Yeah, just a little frustrated because he's not getting the touches he wants to get.
Well, he's got 6 points and 5 rebounds, but
and you don't want to be falling away when you're down by 20. You want to make sure you get the foul.
And he'll sit for a minute. Ethan Lopez back in. Yeah, you can sense the frustration. Baseline drive, nicely blocked. Lopez goes to the floor and gets a foul call.
Foul on Rockhurst, number 1, Nathan Lamley.
Lamley gets the foul, and that's his third team foul on the Hawklets, who will send in Aiden Weinheimer. Weinheimer for Lamley. At the 2:22 mark of the third quarter, it's a 22-point lead. It's an overpass. Up and under move. Rare offensive rebound. Should kick it back out, but gets the foul. That's good, strong hustle by Simony.
Well, Jesuit's scrapping right now. They're playing hard. They're going to make some mistakes, playing the way they're playing right now. But Coach Jennings right now wants to see how hard they're going to play. So you got to like that. They're going to make this game look ugly here, but that's probably by design because he just wants them to scrap out here right now.
Simony now with 6 points. As he's 2 for 3 from the line, all in this quarter.
Simony's had a real good effort here in the third quarter.
Can't hit the second, though. And Roberts the board. And then 50 to play in the third. Nice job on the denial. Pitts comes up with a steal. Only the 4th turnover for Rockhurst. Boy, they've taken good care of the ball. 5th turnover, actually. Into traffic, just not the advised scenario, but hustle to keep it alive. Double team in the corner, spin it out of there wisely. Chris Jennings saw that and takes the timeout with 1:22 to play in the third. His team trailing 41-20. And right about now, Timmy, it's not even about the outcome. It's about getting your team to play right, correct?
No, I mean, Jesuit right now is stagnant on offense. You got 4 guys watching the drive, watching their teammate dribble the ball. Maybe they're tired. We got to realize too, we're still early in the season. Coach Jennings' team is not a finished product yet, so he's going to work on some of these things. They're making lots of mistakes on both ends of the court, but he's going to get it right. He's got his players funneling the drive into help, but the help is not stepping up, taking the charge. And then what they're doing is Rockhurst is pitching out of the double team for wide open threes. Then that third guy's not coming over to help the helper. But Coach Jennings will get that right. It might be another 2-3 weeks before some of these little things get corrected. But the main thing, again, is still the turnovers. The first 4 minutes of the third quarter, they had to take that 15-point lead and cut it down a little bit. And Rockhurst has expanded it really because of turnovers.
3 more for Jesuit in this quarter. 17 in the game. A huge factor in the way this one is unfolded. Blue Jay basketball. Lob play. Too strong. And Robinson has the board. It was a set play. Wide open look. And Pitts gets the board. Lost it on the way up. I mean, he just lost the ball. It's turnover. I mean, nobody touched it. Trying to get there, but in his haste to do so, lost the handle. Has been that kind of evening.
Yeah, Jesuit, they got to play fast, but they got to play under control.
Wide open look for 3. They're going to call a foul on Jesuit, it appears, on Simony.
Foul on Jesuit, number 4.
Simony gets the foul. It's his first.
Yeah, that hurts right there because you had the rebound going the other way.
Aiden Weinheimer at the line.
Weinheimer at the line will shoot a pair. It's 1 for 2 from the line. And now 2 for 3.
Rockhurst doing a pretty good job at the free throw line. Taking advantage of the fouls that Jesuit has made in the third quarter.
So now we get the Nitcher brothers in. Duke Nitcher is in for the first time for Jesuit, the 6-foot sophomore, and his brother, Brewer Nitcher, checking in as well. So the brothers are on the floor together for the first time. Got them both. Weinheimer, 3 points, all at the line. And it's 43-20. Under a minute to play in the third. Lopez, nice pass to Nitcher. Lopez with the assist. Nitcher gets the basket. He's got 8 points. Third assist for Lopez. 43-22 game. 30 seconds to play in the quarter, and riding him hard and getting the foul is Duke Nitcher. Commits his first. You can be aggressive when you bring a player off the bench and has fouls to give, but free throws will result. Robinson, 2 for 2 from the line, looking to add to that. Swished his last 2 attempts. And again, he hasn't touched that. I don't think I want to foul him. He's shot 3 of them, and not one of them has touched the rim. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're doing a good job at the free throw line, Rockhurst.
What good teams do. Missed the second, though. Touched the rim that time. And Lopez has his third board. Nitcher, baseline. Double him. Pass knocked away. Duke Nitcher gets it. Trying to back his man down. Can't do it. 5 seconds left. They got to get a shot up. 3 seconds left. Got an open look for 3 from the corner. It's no good. Long rebound and no. So the quarter ends, and Rockhurst, total control. They doubled up Jesuit, 44-22. If you'd have told me that before it started, I would have said no way.
Well, I mean, that was a tough quarter for Jesuit. That third quarter kind of looked like the first quarter. So maybe Jesuit can come out here in the fourth quarter and not look at the scoreboard, play as hard as they can. Need to get, right now, even though you're tired, you really got to get some good player movement along with ball movement. Rockhurst, good team. I mean, look.
No question.
They're well coached. Players understand the system. Players understand who their teammates are. Good-looking team with some superstar players on it. The role players really understand what the coach wants them to do. I think Coach Jennings for Jesuit right now is just He's just trying to find a combination that's going
Jesuit
to
ball will
work.
start the fourth quarter.
It's a big part of success is understanding your role, what you can do best, and the way you serve your team best.
Yeah, and his team is going to have to understand the importance of not turning the ball over, because you don't have any chance when you do that.
Still pressuring in backcourt here. Denying the ball there nicely. Nitcher way out front. Nitcher pull up 15-footer, back rim. And a rebound for Eskew is 6th. Nice ball denial there. And that forced the rare turnover. 6th of the game for Rockhurst. Went all the way, and we'll get to the free throw line. So Simony will get to the line. Still waiting on the official number of the foul. I think it was 11. Nope, it's on 2. Okay,
Foul on Rockhurst, number 2, Maxwell Moylan.
So Moylan gets the foul first. Had to wait for a while to get that indication. Simony hits the first.
Ben Simony at the line.
So he's got 7. Nitcher has 8. That's the scoring for Jesuit in terms of the leaders. Puts home both. And it's 44-24. Again, good ball movement, good spacing. Boy, and when it's not going your way, it's not going your way. Just the bounce goes the wrong way to maintain the possession. Nice pass here. That's a rare miss, and Lopez gets a rebound. Lopez wants to go all the way, and he's fouled. So he'll shoot a pair, attacking, and getting a foul from Lamley. That's his 4th.
His 4th personal foul. Second.
So Lamley gets his 4th.
Ethan Lopez at the line shooting 2.
In the replay, it wasn't, again, one that could have gone either way, might not have been called. Free throw, no good.
Yeah, you just got to make your
Coleman
free
Robinson
throws.
returns for Rockhurst.
Robinson back in.
Did a really good job getting to the rim, getting the foul. Now you got to convert.
Second by Lopez. That's way short. Goodness gracious. You don't expect that. Tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports brought to you by Lamar Crescent City Ford, the Commercial Vehicle Center at 6121 Jefferson Highway in Harahan. Lamar Crescent City Ford. We got a truck for Dad. Amen to that. Or Dat, as you may. Fracture the English. It's okay. 20-point lead. As we're trying to trap, and it works here.
Good job on the weak side, dropping down, helping right there. Good anticipation on the cross-court pass.
Duke Nitcher the steal, up and under move. That doesn't go. Strong rebound by Lopez.
Yeah,
He can't
nice
finish.
rebound right there by Jesuit.
Doesn't matter. Lamley gets the board and goes the other way. And a hard foul here. So 2 shots are coming as they went attack on the other end.
Foul on Jesuit, number 3, Brennan
Pitts commits his 4th personal.
First team foul.
And at the line is Nathan Lamley in search of his first point of the evening, which he has.
Good.
Another for Lamley. Put it up and miss it. Long rebound, who wants it? Finally, Nitcher. And can't finish, but Nitcher hustling down the floor after he got the board on the other end. That's what you want to see. So he's in double figures. First player for Jesuit in double figures has 10.
Well, that's good to see, knowing that he has an ankle injury.
Open look corner 3. No. Long rebound, and again, right into the hands of efforts. And the loose balls have all gone the way. Look at that. Of Rockhurst. Nice assist. SQ finishes. He's got 21 on the nice pass from Robinson. It's 47-26. Simony can't hit. Duke Nitcher the rebound. And Lopez hooks it up. Nope. And there's another rebound for SQ, his 7th. So SQ with 21.7 rebounds now. And he's really let the game come to him, Jimmy. It's not like
he's made the game look easy.
He has. He hasn't had to dominate the ball or do anything extravagant.
He's got a high basketball IQ.
Penetration. Nitcher knocked it away, and it goes out of bounds. So Nitcher forces the turnover.
Roberts reporting for Rockhurst.
And Rockhurst will come in with Kemper Roberts.
Maxwell Moylan also reporting for Rockhurst.
Tanner Hughes back in for the Blue Jays. And Maxwell Moylan back in for Rockhurst. 4:51 to play. 21-point lead for the Hawklets. I'll look for three. Looks good with the left-hand stroke.
Yeah, nice shot.
Assist to Simony, his 3rd.
See, they got a wide open shot there, and that's the difference.
4th three-pointer of the game for the Blue Jays.
Rockhurst doing a good job milking the clock.
Spins it up. Boy, he made it look easy again.
Yeah, you can't let him get deep in the paint like that. He's going to score every time.
And a 20-point lead once more. And a reach-in foul on Robinson.
Foul on Rockhurst, number 0. Cohen Robinson, his 2nd personal foul.
Cohen Robinson commits his 2nd foul, the 13th foul, on the Hawklets with 3:59 to play in the game. Jesuit wants a timeout. We'll get it with 3:59 left. So the Blue Jays get the stoppage of the clock here, down by 20. Rockhurst is clearly going to go on to play St. Xavier in the championship game, and based on what we've seen tonight, that'll be a good basketball game. I know St. Xavier is very good, but this is a good basketball team.
Yeah, they are really good basketball teams, and St. Xavier traditionally is really good, can play with anybody in the country, so it should be a really good game. Something unforeseen has to happen for Jesuit to get back in this game. What you want as a coach is you want your team. This is a good game for Jesuit because you don't want your team going through a season having fool's gold, and you get to the playoffs and you think certain guys can do certain things, and then when you meet a team that's better than you, a lot better than you, then you try those same things. They're not going to work against a good team. So this is a chance for Jesuit to buy in, to listen to Coach Jennings, and then understand that, hey, we need to get better.
That's a reverse layup. That's a wild shot, but there is
nice
Jesuit
rebound.
Nitcher to put it back in. Nitcher with 12 points, 8 rebounds now. And it's 49-31. Got the open look. That's off. But an offensive rebound yet again by Roberts. Patience. SQ to the baseline. Look out. Nope. Good job by Nitcher. Got a piece of it and got the rebound. He's got quietly 12 points, 9 rebounds, Nitcher. Crosses over.
I was waiting for that
right
right
he missed
there.
it.
I was waiting for him to work from outside in as opposed to inside out.
Well, made a great move, but couldn't finish. Moreland gets this one. Saw the crossover. You saw the ability he has right there. Just didn't finish. Lopez has it. Backdoor cut. And Duknitcher can't finish. Got his own rebound, put it in.
Nice job right there.
Oh, he's a hustle guy. You can see that.
Yeah.
Since he's coming to the game. He plays hard on the defensive end, too. Wide open look. No. But another offensive rebound. Robinson got that one. And Robinson gets it to his teammate Moreland, who scores his 8th point. And a timeout here to get some players in the game, it appears, for Rockhurst with 2:05 to play, 51-33. The Hawklets in control. Well on their way to the final. Here, Ken Trahan, Timmy Bird with you.
You know, if you're a player or a coach here, you got to like some things that you see from the fact that Jesuit would have been in this game if they would have taken care of the fixables. You know, you don't have to make a bad pass. You know, there's a lot of things. You don't have to take a bad shot. Those two things, you don't, you know, you can help the helper. You can make sure you're in position defensively. Those are not talent, you know, talent skills. Those are things that you can fix in practice. So if I'm Jesuit, I'm not feeling good about the loss, but I'm feeling good about the fact that we can be a whole lot better than we're showing tonight.
And you want to see them compete down the stretch. They've done so recently. And you like to see them finish this way. Going to go long here. Pass was a little bit too much, though. And it's a turnover. The idea was there, but the execution was not. That's the first turnover of the quarter for Jesuit, though, after they had the rash earlier. That's 19 in the game. 2-minute mark. Winding this one down. Open look for 3. That's off. Cleared by Pitts. Can't finish.
That's another thing. You know, Jesuits probably missed 14, 16 points just on layups.
Sullivan the rebound. He wants it out high, gets it. Playing the possession game now as well they should. A minute 20 to play. And Curtis, first time he's been in, has the ball.
Rockhurst
Roberts,
is totally
Curtis.
under control on drives.
Wide open look for 3. There it is. Carson Green.
Making
Gets the
Jesuit guard for over 30 seconds, I think, on that possession.
Open look for 3 from the corner. That's off. Good box out there.
But it was a good shot.
Winding down here in the final minute of play. Rockhurst with a solid win here this evening over Jesuit. Long 3, Curtis. No. Long rebound. The Braves has that. Finds an open look for 3. Good looking stroke, but that doesn't go. And Sullivan the rebound, and now they can just hold it if they wish to with 25 seconds left. And that's what they're going to do. Billy Thomas just call it off. As well they should. The fans that have made the trip here from Missouri applauding their team. And now the whistle sounds with 11.9 seconds left. And I think that's it. They've called it off, right? So that's it. Ball game over. And a 54-33 win for Rockhurst over Jesuit here this evening, and a totally dominant performance by the Hawklets. 16-0 run to start the game, and that was it. It was game over, really, at that point. Jesuit cut it to 15 at the half, but really couldn't get any closer. They got it to 14 at 30-16, and that was the closest Jesuit got the rest of the way. The outcome was never in doubt, was it?
Yeah, Rockhurst sped Jesuit up early in the game. Jesuit never settled down until the last 3 minutes of the second quarter. Then the first 4 minutes was the telltale for Rockhurst in the third quarter. They dominated the first 4 minutes of the third quarter, and that really was the end of it.
Jesuit will play the consolation game against Loyola Blakefield at 4 p.m. tomorrow. And the championship game between Rockhurst and St. Xavier should be a really good one. at 5:30 here tomorrow, which we certainly look forward to seeing that one. It's going to be another good contest, which we look forward to seeing here tomorrow evening. They got another consolation game coming up, Balin and the Willow School, and those players taking to the floor to try to get ready for that game. But this one, no doubt about it, 54-33, Rockhurst wins it. As we look at the final numbers in this game, first of all, for Jesuit Brewer Nitcher, he led the way with 12 points, 9 rebounds, had an assist and a block. Brennan Pitts finished with 3 points. Ben Simony finished with 8 points and 3 assists. Tanner Hughes with 3 points. Zach LeGraze had 3 points. Tyler Farley with 2. And that completed the scoring for Jesuit. For Rockhurst, Cohen Robinson with 3. Nathan Landley had 1 point. Maxwell Moylan finished with 8 points. Aiden Weinheimer had 3. It was Kemper Roberts with 6 off the bench. Carson Green with 3. Kevin Sullivan had 7 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals. And the leading scorer, Colin Eskew. He had 23.7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals in the game as Rockhurst wins it by the score of 54-33 here this evening. Timmy, some final thoughts about this one?
Yeah, I mean, there's some things. If you're obviously Rockhurst, congratulations to them. They did a great job tonight. But if I'm Jesuit, I'm looking at, as players and coaches, you know, we're going to really analyze some things, and we're going to prevent some things that don't give you a chance to win. I like the effort of Simony. I think he can get to the hole whenever he wants to. I think that's a positive. Now, you didn't finish at the goal, but we can fix that. We can get the dummies out. You know, we can do some drills to make sure that when you get hit at the rim, that you're going to have a chance to make it. We're not going to take dumb shots at the rim. But I liked his effort. He played hard. You know who your 2 big players. You know, you can play inside out with them. They handled the ball pretty good. I think your guard play. I think if you're Jesuit, you've got something on tape now to correct. You know, let's correct being weak with the basketball when you get trapped. Let's correct getting sped up and making passes that you don't have to make. If I'm the coach, if I'm Coach Jennings, I'm mad that we played the way we played, but it's not hopeless for your team to get a lot better, because everything that we're doing out there we can fix. But I'll tell you this, playing this kind of a game, believe it or not, helps your team. If your team's willing to be honest with themselves and take accountability on the mistakes that each player made. If they do that, Jesuit's going to be a pretty good team in the playoffs. And if I'm Coach Jennings, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking, how deep can we go in the playoffs? Sure, we want to win district, but how far can we go in the playoffs this year? Because I think he does have the pieces to go far.
I'm with you. And Rockhurst, very impressive. And Rockhurst, as a result, improves to 9-1 on the year. Jesuit falls to 12-2. As mentioned, Jesuit will play Loyola Blakefield at 4 tomorrow in a consolation game, and Rockhurst will play for the title against St. Xavier at 5:30 tomorrow evening. Timmy, it's been a blast. I'm glad you could be here tonight. I wish we had a more compelling game. Unfortunately, it wasn't, but great to be with you, my friend.
Hey, Ken, it's fun as always, and appreciate the invite, and looking forward to the rest of the season. Got a lot of good high school hoops coming up.
Want to thank Todd for a great job. Thanks to Matt as well. They took care of business for us, not just with this one, but for wrestling earlier. Watch the Jesuit Holy Cross Wrestling dual meet again, always free at CrescentCitySports.com. And watch this basketball game again, always free at CrescentCitySports.com. Once again, our final score here was Rockhurst 54, Jesuit 33. Thanks for joining us tonight. Be sure to visit CrescentCitySports.com and our social media platforms for the latest on our streaming schedule for 2025. For Timmy Bird and our entire Crescent City Sports production team, I'm Ken Trahan. Once again, your final score, 54-33. Rockhurst beats Jesuit. Thanks for joining us, and be a good sport. God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long.